Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Kareem Supreme. And check this out. Lord, I really been real stressed, down and out, losing ground. Yo, can y'all believe Arrested Development's debut album, 3 years, 5 months, and 2 days in the life of just turned 30? Can y'all believe that? 30 years? And this is the original CD from 1992. Yep, I remember my mom actually bought this cassette tape, and I ended up buying the CD. Yeah, let me tell you something about Arrested Development. Now, the first track I heard from them was Tennessee, and what caught me was them drums. Them drums is what caught me. I really wasn't paying attention to what they were saying. You know, I was like 12. You know, them drums is what caught me. Them snares. Then I saw the video. This was like February of 1992. And maybe January. I remember I had just finished watching The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. And I turned to MTV. And this video was on. And the beat, like I said, them drums just caught me. Second time I heard it, which probably was like maybe like a day later, I actually listened to the lyrics. And Lord, I've really been real stressed, down and out. I'm like, yo, this dude sounds like he's praying and he's singing, rapping. You know, it resonated with me quick. Like it touched my soul, especially when he said, Lord, you're supposed to be my steering wheel, not just my spare tire. In other words, Lord, you're supposed to guide me. You know, you're supposed to guide me into the right direction. I'm not supposed to just use you when I need you for an emergency. You know, you get it? Spare tire, emergency, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, whenever I pray, most of the time when I pray, I ask the Lord just to be my steering wheel, not just my spare tire. You know? Thanks, Speech. And for a long time, Speech was my favorite Southern rapper. I had no idea he was from Wisconsin until recently, a couple years ago. You know, I thought he was from Georgia. And, yeah, Tennessee, that was a deep song. It still touches me to this day, especially when he says, I climbed the trees my forefathers. No, what'd he say? He was like, walk the roads my forefathers walked, climb the trees my forefathers hung from, ask those trees for their wisdom. They tell me my ears are still young. Now, the thing about trees symbolize life and wisdom. You ever heard of the tree of life? You know, the tree of wisdom. You know, trees live a long time. You chop a tree down, you count each little ring. You know, a little small tree like this one over here, probably been there for 50 to 100 years. Maybe more, you know. You know, you count them rings. It could be 100, 150 rings, 150 years. Each year a tree develops a ring, but you have to chop it down to find out how long they've been around. But that was deep. Ask those trees for their wisdom, because trees been around for a lot of events, you know. And he was saying his ancestors was hung from them trees, lynched. You know, Arrested Development, they were dedicated to the ancestors, you know. And another track I want to go over was the second single, Everyday People. You see, I am everyday people. When I heard that, I was like, man, yo, these dudes is funky. You know, and then my mom bought the tape. That song wasn't that version wasn't on the cassette. I ended up getting a single. You know? I ended up getting this CD years later. But Everyday People, that was sampled from Sly and the Family Stone. You know, you can't go wrong sampling. Back then, you couldn't go wrong sampling from a 70s legend like Sly, you know. So that shit worked. And then they also sampled Bob Martin's guitar line. Dun, 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 dun. I forgot what song it was, but it was definitely, what's his name? Bob James, not Bob Martin. Bob James. The one who created Take Me to the Mardi Gras, the white guy, the funky white dude is what we used to call him. A lot of rappers sample from him. But yeah, Everyday People, you know, It was another song dedicated to the ancestors. When the song first come on, oh, this song is about life, death, and the struggles of our ancestors. That's what a headliner says. But yeah, I had a big crush on Ishi. Her right here. Oh man, I saw them perform on Living Color back in the days, and I was like, man, this girl got moves, and she had that natural beauty. She didn't wear a whole lot of makeup. She wasn't, she didn't have weave in her hair or anything, man. She had a nice shape. I just was to this day, I'm still in love with her, to be honest with you. But yeah, her name is Mansho Ishi. But yeah, Everyday People. I remember one time we were at a football game and they played Everyday People during halftime, and everybody that was in the audience, everybody that was, in the stands, just was singing along, every word throughout the whole song. Everybody, including myself, especially when he said, "That's the story, y'all, of a black man and how a nigga got stumped by an African." Everybody just started screaming, "I am everyday people." Yeah, yeah. But y'all get it. Now the final song, Mr. Wendell. If my sister is listening, her father, my stepfather, used to love that song. Dun 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 dun. That song was about a homeless black man with knowledge. Just because you see somebody homeless on the street, you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they saw. You don't know. You think just by looking at them they're dumb, but it's a lot of them that can give you some knowledge. That's been around the block a couple times. There's an African proverb that says the youngins can travel the road fast, but a elder already knows the road, so he could take his time. You know what I mean? But yeah, Mr. Wendell, that's his name. No one ever knew his name because he's an old one. Never thought twice about spending on an old bum until I got the chance to really get to know one. Yeah, my stepfather, we'll be riding in the car, and Mr. Wendell will come on the radio, and he'll be bopping his head like, dun, 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 all off beat. Dun, 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 dun. It was a trip. My mother hates that song because it's my stepfather's favorite song. But that just goes to show you the power of Arrested Development, like how they move so many people. And this album sold millions and millions of copies. I want to say like 6 million. Maybe more, maybe a little less. But yeah, they even had an unplug that came out maybe like a year or so later. That was dope. They were rapping over live instruments. That was dope, man. They did it in one take. It was dope, man. Check this out. Add this to your collection. 1992, Arrested Development, 30 years. Holla at your boy Kareem Supreme. Peace.